You don't have a lag, do you? And your shit make me
so.
nervous, bro. Golly, Mary, what up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing today, Ham?
You know how your internet is. Blink twice. I just want to make sure your shit on time. Alright, cool.
That's
Good.
fucked up, and I just asked you how you doing.
Oh yeah, man. I'm doing the right thing. I seen you yesterday. Let me see that shirt though.
Oh, that's right, y'all.
Like that.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Y'all see that?
Shit like that. Shit like that.
No doubt, no doubt. Q is good.
Ain't shit sitting here with the this might be risky tee.
Word. I like your outfit too.
You feel me? Got the little sports jacket joint. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Adding up to what's coming out of your mouth.
So to
Understand.
to
So you
Eddie's,
compare us to children.
no, to Eddie's point.
I'm not comparing you to children.
No, Eddie, I think the question is, should men talk to women similarly to how they talk to children?
But to
I'm gonna
Eddie's
say
point,
yes.
Sorry, I stepped away for a second. Eddie said that already?
no. I'm just saying like forgot my damn point now. See, I got me flustered over here. I'm ready.
You can't expect a woman to ask. You can't expect a woman to not ask you multiple questions or ask for clarity when you're doing this and saying this. So when the conversation comes up, it's like, me personally, if I ask you to repeat something, 9 times out of 10 is because I want you to hear how stupid you sound.
Okay, so and that is exactly what I just said.
No,
That is exactly what I just said.
Proof is wrong.
Look at Adrian not nodding now. Now she like married or fucked it up.
No, what I'm saying is it's so you can hear yourself as well. So when I go back and be like, you know what? Remember when you said such and such and such? Because I'm the type of person that I take exactly what you said for how you say it. So you
Okay, like
delusional later.
to
So-
B's, I think B said.
And be like, hey, remember at 9:32,
Yeah, we got it.
you said such and such and such.
Yeah.
So I think
So you know what you said.
to B's point, I think it was like
communication.
right, like you have y'all come in with all the answers. So regardless of what we say, it's got to get questioned because you have the answers already. So what the fuck is we having a conversation for?
Okay,
They all pass the bar. They all
Hold on,
lawyers.
hold on.
Let's flip it with the women, right? For men who have been in relationships with women and you ask her, is she okay? She says, I'm fine. Y'all know she's not fine, right?
So why you lying
Do you
though?
all just accept the fine? Do you all just accept that she's fine?
What
Or
about
do
what
you
Q
like-
said? Q said, why is she lying?
Why did she lie?
Why do men lie when you
I
ask
can't
them a
stand that
question?
shit.
I'm being direct.
That boils my blood. If you're not fine, tell me you're not. Tell me I'm not fine.
No.
I need.
But what I'm saying, I say that to say, right? You know that answer is not correct. It's not accurate. You know they're not fine. So when a woman is asking a man a question, he just says one thing. It's just like, okay, let me ask you again.
No, but then on the flip of that, if I know you aren't okay, I'm not going to ask that question. I'm going to say what's bothering you, what's wrong. I'm not going to ask, are you okay? I'm going to ask what's wrong, what's bothering you.
So I've learned an invaluable lesson in regards to that. I'm fine thinking it was watching a show, but we can get into that later. So it's a pretty decent story. But I think it's a matter of you're fine. All right. Well, if there's something bothering you, want to talk about it, then we can talk about it later and just leave it right there. Leave it at that right there.
So Chief, answer this question.
Sir.
Should men talk to women similarly to how they talk to children?
I don't believe so. I think you're giving them respect they deserve and communicate effectively.
Okay. Mr. White?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because the thing about communicating with women, right? As soon as their emotions get involved, it's really no point in continuing to talk to them because they're so affected by their their emotions that it's not logical anymore. You know what I'm saying? And emotions do matter. So that's why we have to speak to them as we speak to a child. When a child is typically reacting, they can't really comprehend everything that's going on at that particular moment in time, right? So as soon as you see that a woman gets in her emotions, that's when there's no point in you trying to win the argument or prove your point. The best thing you can do is just deal with the emotional part. So that's when you have to listen to understand, okay, I understand exactly what you are saying. Once she gets out of her feelings, come back, then you can have a better conversation to where she will be back open to listening to understand. But as soon as you see that emotional piece, dead it, because all you're going to do is make yourself upset. So we got to be just as strategic when communicating with women as we do with our children. Sometimes you just got to raise your voice, right? Let's be honest. Y'all want, yo, get away from me, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to put a little bass in there to get them to listen. But most of the time, you really have to sit down and meet them on their level. And that's
Look at their face. All they heard was children. Look at their face. All they heard was children.
I think his breakdown was immaculate, though. I think that was a clean breakdown.
Can I say something to that?
I agree with that. Yeah.
I have disagreed with that statement from the same space as every woman on this panel who disagreed with it, thinking that it was insulting. Like, what the fuck you mean? Women are children?
Mhm.
But I have to agree with maybe this concept. And I don't think you said this, but that same gentleness that you use with children, I do believe that that could be effective, because when you're to that point that speaking of, okay, you're allowed to express yourself as an adult, and you say that you're fine when you're not. So at that point, if I'm dealing with you, that's like when a little kid is crying saying, no, it's okay, it's okay. The whole time it's not okay. And they're showing you that, right? So it's the same concept. You already know, you're like, to Adrian's point, you're dealing with this person who's overly emotional. You got to come at them with a gentleness now, as if you were talking to a young child, because anything outside of that is going to create more chaos. But I think the same applies also to men when it comes to women, that the same way that women will deal with their children with that gentleness, you guys have mentioned before, you want a safe space. The woman also has to deal with you in that way. So I think as adults, when we're in emotional spaces, we should deal with each other as children.
Boom. Love
Good
it.
point. That's a good point, Q. I think it's goes both ways. And I think that, that patience is what's required in communication with one another. And so the same way you're gentle and patient with children, because you care about that child, you want to be gentle with that child. You want that child to stop doing that particular behavior, right? But you want them to be okay. I get it. Be gentle, be strategic, be patient. Yes. But can we just say strategic communication?
No.
Because well, wait, I really wasn't done. That was rhetorical. And the reason why I say strategic communication is because when you say like how they talk to children, that just denotes a belittling or diminishing of the adulthood of the other person. So you don't want us to talk to you like your children, because you wouldn't want us talking to you like we have to talk to you men as children. We have to make sure we're very clear. So when you give us one word answers, we have to ask you further questions like, well, do you need this? Or, well, why did you do that, Timmy? Let's think this through. Like, you don't want to be talked to like a child. You don't. You would be very offended by that.
Asia.
So would we too. It's not about just being strategic. It's just say strategic communication. You want your message delivered.
No.
Come on now. You
Patient.
took the perfect point and you took it somewhere else.
I like your point. I agree with. I'm just saying, don't say
But then you started to disagree, because then you came back with that same energy from before, where it's like everybody was on the same page.
Yes.
With speaking to a child, and then you turned it into like the traumatic inner childlike degrading stuff that we had a misunderstanding of.
And I'm saying, so can we remove that word child then? Can we remove that word child?
But we all have to understand that. Why should we? We all understand that that's not the intent.
Right. So why do we have to use it then? Is there not a better word to use?
Because when it was reintroduced and then explained, everybody picked up what was being put down. So
absolutely. So I'm just saying, since we all understand it,
no,
we had to understand it 5 weeks later.
No,
you understand it 5
in
weeks
1 year out the other, son.
Maybe
no.
this is the first time.
We're not gonna change the blood clot theory.
No, yeah, thank you for letting the panel be in agreement. Thanks, Aja. And then when Q in, because I usually don't like when people say both ways, but her understanding what Adrian said was so good, I didn't want to mess up the point. And then here you come, this nigga.
Because we could have got this the first time he said it 3 weeks ago. That's all I'm saying. We all agree, fine. But can we do an exposition of the sentence? That's all.
No.
Back on mute.
No.
Because Eddie told me to go back on mute. I'm gonna go back on mute.
Yo, Asia is that person. You know, you a meeting about to end on Friday at 4:00 at work, and she want to ask one more question. You like this nigga? We trying to get out of here. Like yo, bro, man. Damn, man, she crazy as hell, bro. Yo, interesting. Like Eddie just pulled it. Damn. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Adrian, way to surmise that. Q, way to bring some understanding to that. I think that was dope. Chief, you good with it now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.